it's finally here. Playboi Carti's long-awaited, and I do mean long-awaited, and much-anticipated album, I Am Music, is finally here. And it's got a lot of people talking. So much so, it's even got the people who ain't even fans curious.
Yeah.
And those people, well, it would be me.
What?
That's right. I ain't the biggest fan, but I ain't the biggest hater either. And today, we're going to find out just how good this album really is to a first-time listener. Let's discuss. Yeah, how you feeling? Welcome to another edition of According to Lamar. I'm Lamar. Hope you're feeling well. Hope your mind, body, and spirit is well. And if not, I hope it gets better for you. Now, I know some of y'all were really happy this weekend to hear about that long anticipated Playboi Carti album, I Am Music, dropping. Yeah? Now, I'll be the first to admit that I'm not the biggest fan of Playboi Carti, but it's not because I'm a hater. It's because I just haven't actually taken the time to sit down and listen to anything solo of him. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Playboi Carti when he's on songs with Kanye or when he's done songs with Travis Scott. I even like the song he did with Nicki Minaj a few years back, but I just actually haven't sat down to listen to anything solo of him. Any solo projects, nothing. Like, I've never heard Playboi Carti by himself. I've always heard him doing an ad-lib or a feature on somebody's song, maybe a half of a verse because he's such an abstract artist, but by himself, never. But I figured what better time? Like, this album that he just came out with is one of the most anticipated albums in hip-hop in quite some time. So why not get acquainted, right? Well, let's get into it. Now, before we get into the album, one thing that stands out to me is the unique yet distinguishable choice to have 30 songs.
Why?
God.
Yeah.
30 songs? Why do we need 30 songs, Playboi? Why? Maybe you're just trying to bless your fans with a lot of music. That's what it is. You know you ain't coming back no time soon. So here, take this 30 and get out my face. Just take it. Get out my face. You got 30? Enjoy. I feel you. I feel you. I ain't hating at all. I just never saw 30 songs on one album before. Normally it's like a double disc, maybe a deluxe, but 30 out the gate, and it's not even a mixtape, it's an album. This is kind of like income tax for the past 5 years and not giving them music. Is that what it is? I don't. God. All right. Better be good. Better be good. That's all I'm saying. Better be good. The next thing I noticed is that these songs is kind of short. On average, they're about 2.5 minutes, with the longest song coming in at 3 minutes and 45 seconds, which is Charge These Hoes a Fee, and the shortest song, which is Jumpin', coming in at 1 minute and 33 seconds. Why do you need a song to be 1 minute and 33 seconds? Is it even a song at 1 minute and 33 seconds? That seems like more of a sample. Is that, can you qualify that as a song? Maybe it could be an interlude, but a song, most verses normally are about 1 minute long. So that's about a verse and a chorus worth, and that's it. How do you qualify that as a song? I don't know. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe I don't get the vibe. Maybe this is a different generation of how you put out music, but 90 seconds seems like too short of a song. I get it. Most things nowadays are about the vibe and the bop and all of that other stuff. But how do you even develop a vibe at 93 seconds? How do you, when you're in a club, how do you bop to 90 seconds worth of a song? Huh? I ain't even get my drink yet. I ain't even make it out, but by the time I make it out to the dance floor, they changing the song, bruh. I don't get it. But we gonna move on. Now, the album starts with his song Pop Out. Now, I'm gonna give Pop Out some grace. I know Carti's a rager type artists. He's one of them Travis Scott's, Lil Uzi. He's one of them live rocker type rappers where they get real live at their concerts and they have a mosh pit and they doing crowd surfing and all types of stuff like that. So I know Pop Out is one of them songs. Pop Out is one of them for sure. So in context, I understand when he performed that song, it's going to go off. Like, they're going to really be rocking out. They're going to be in a mosh pit going crazy. But when I'm listening to it at home or when I'm listening to it, you know, in the gym or something, it just sounds like a hip-hop song that was done while they were doing construction on the building that they was recording in. I'm just being honest. It sounds like they was doing some construction. Matter of fact, when I was listening to the song, I thought they was doing construction outside of my house. Like, I was like, oh, what the hell going on? Like, I'm just trying to listen to this Playboi Carti album. Why is there so much construction? Why is there so much drilling? I don't understand. I looked outside. There was nothing going on. It was a sunny day outside. Everybody was happy to see me. I waved at my neighbor. He like, hey, what's going on? I'm listening to the party album. He like, oh, okay, good luck with that. And I'm like, oh, damn. That's just my headphones. Yeah, that was just my headphones. But other than that, I think it's an amazing song. I'm probably not in that environment to hear it in that way. So I'm giving it some grace, knowing that if I put myself in that environment, if I was one of them that was going to attend a concert and I was listening to that or I was anticipating listening to that, I know I'm going to go crazy. But in the comfort of my own home, it just didn't hit the way I wanted it to hit. That's all I'm saying. All right, next up we got Crush. And now this is what I would expect from a Playboi Carti album. I actually think it deserves to be the intro because if that was the first song that I heard on this Playboi Carti album, I'd be rocking with it more. I'd be like, okay, now this is kind of what I would expect from the dark synths to the chorus to the vibe. Just everything is kind of incumbent of what I would expect from a Playboi Carti album, and also I'd be excited to hear more. Just the choir alone just got me hyped. Like, should he gonna make me bust or whatever it was. Should he gonna make me? I'm feeling it. I'm like, all right, let's get to it. Let's get to the vibes. Let's get to the rage. Let's get to the hype. I'm with it. If there's more songs like that, we got a problem on our hands. This one gonna be the joint. Next song on there is K-pop. Now, K-pop is definitely not K-pop. In fact, it's probably the furthest from K-pop, actual K-pop that you could probably be. It's very grungy. In fact, it goes back to the first song. It goes back to kind of Pop Out with that kind of grungy and rock and raging type beat. Like, but to me it's a better beat than Pop Out, but it still has that vibe. I also like this flow a little bit better on K-pop than I did Pop Out. So it just seemed like he heating up right now. So I'm interested to see where the rest of this album go. Next up, we got Evil Jordan. Now, Evil Jordan seems to be the lead single on this album. And I'm not going to lie, it's not a bad pick. It's a very catchy beat. He has a catchy flow. It's a bop. It's a vibe. I think I understand that when you listening to people like Playboi Carti or Uzi or Travis or anything like that, you looking for a vibe. You just looking for something that'll get you in the zone. And Evil Jordan is one of them songs that's, if you turn on in the car, you're going to be cooking. You're going to be cooking. You're going to be ready to vibe out to your next joint. It's one of them joints that it's going, if you're in a car and you're trying to get from point A to point B, Evil Jordan is one of them joints you put on and everybody just going to be bopping to. Still, why is it 2 minutes? Again, I said this was a song that you could play to get you from point A to point B, but being 2 minutes, where exactly are we going? The other side of the street, I don't know. What we doing, Carti? What we doing? Next track out, we have MOJO JOJO. Now, I'll be the first to admit that I was excited hearing Kendrick on this track. He definitely was very complimentary to Playboi Carti. The way that they were able to bounce off of each other, the way that this time, typically Playboi Carti does the ad-libs on people's songs. A lot of times he'll just be there to add to the vibe, to the experience of the song. But on this song, we have Kendrick, who is more so known as the lyricist, adding to the hype and the vibe of the song, just being there for more so ad-libs. So I thought that was a nice, interesting touch, how Now we have Playboi Carti doing the lead, and we have somebody like Kendrick Lamar doing his famous ad-libs, some of his beat type ad-libs, which it definitely made the song a little bit more hype. And not to mention the tagline at the end, oh my God, here you go, Bloodshot. Oh my God, here you go. I'm telling you, it go crazy. It go crazy. I ain't gonna lie, we heating up. Now the next song on the album is Philly. And I ain't gonna hold you. We smoking with these Phillies. Yeah. We cooking with these. This one's straight fire. This one's straight fire. But what you expect? What you expect? It's a Travis Scott feature on this. It's Travis Scott, Playboi Carti. I expect nothing less from them but straight fire. And they delivered on Philly. I mean, the flows from both of these guys going back and forth, it's nothing like it. And this is Travis Scott in his rare form. I'm talking Astroworld Travis Scott. I'm talking Butterfly Effect Travis Scott. He gets in that bag. He gets in that flow. So this one, oh yeah, this is a bop. I can definitely listen to this one. I can definitely feel this album cooking. It's cooking now. And I'm here to tell you, if this continues like this for the rest of these, so far we got 20-something odd tracks, it's gonna be a good album. It's gonna be a good album. Not gonna hold you. Now the next song on this album is called Radar. Radar is produced by Metro Boomin, and I'm here to tell you, Metro does not disappoint on this. Metro takes us back with the early 2000s trap, grungy vibe. I'm talking T.I., I'm talking Jeezy, I'm talking early Gucci, all of them in their early prime phases. He gives us that type of feeling, that type of vibe with this beat. Hell, he even takes us to the early drill days. Like you could hear Chief Keef on this. It's one of them beats in the early 2000s. And Playboi Carti does what he does best with the vocal switches, with the voice switches. He's given us so many different voices, you don't even know who's who. Little do you know that all of these voices are Playboi Carti on here. You could have sworn that there was 3 different people on there by the way he switches his voice. It's amazing. It's definitely amazing the way how he switches his voice. But outside of that, this performance from Playboi Carti, sorry to say, is a little bit lackluster. It doesn't live up to the beat. The beat is so strong and so empowering. It kind of just powers over Playboi Carti's performance. I would expect to see a little bit more heightness from Playboi Carti. I didn't. I did get the versatility from his voice switches and all of that type of stuff. But outside of that, that's all he really gave me. So, I mean, if you're there for the beat, enjoy. But outside of that, I really would have liked to see that beat be put to better use. I'm just being honest. I feel like if you would have added Jeezy to that, oh my gosh. If you would have added Ross to that, oh, out of here. You kidding me? Definitely. But Playboi Carti is just, I don't know if it's the best match for him. Now the next song on the album is Rather Lie. Rather Lie features The Weeknd, and I gotta be honest, this is a surprisingly good performance from both of these gentlemen. Like if you would have told me that a song was made by The Weeknd and Playboi Carti, I would just imagine the darkest synth bass, emo type song that both of these gentlemen can come up with, but it's quite the opposite. Actually, it's more of a feel-good R&B, early 2000s or mid-2000s melodic type vibe, like a Don't Leave Me Baby type vibe, which is really refreshing coming from Playboi Carti. I don't think I've ever heard of him do anything like that. Maybe his fans have. I haven't heard of that so far, so it was good to hear him do that. And for The Weeknd, it's been quite a while since we've heard that type of Weeknd. It's been a while since we heard of him getting his bag like that. In fact, I feel like on this song, The Weeknd reminds us yet again that he wrote for Drake. Because this is definitely a Drake-ish take care type vibe. And if there's anybody who can do that vibe better than Drake, it's The Weeknd. The person that wrote for him, The Weeknd. And he's definitely reminding us yet again that he got that sauce in his bag and he gonna whip it out whenever he need to. Next song on the album is Fine Shh. And yet again, I'm vibing, but my party was cut short. This song was 1 minute and 46 seconds. Like, why? Why? And you were spitting. Playboi Carti was really spitting some real serious stuff on this. But it was 1minute and 46 seconds. I can't do but so much. But I felt him on that. Like, don't say you're going to ride for me, little shorty. Just ride. Just do it. Don't say you're going to take a dirt nap for me, little shorty. Just take the dirt nap. Do it.
Just do it!
Nah, because I'm serious. Because a lot of people be talking like they're going to do this and do that. Just do it. Just do it. Is you down to do it or not? Is you down to do it or nah? Like, for real. Shorties be saying the same thing. Like, they want a man about action. We want a girl about action, too. Don't just talk. Don't just say you're going to do it. Do it. You say you're going to take that dirt nap. Go to sleep. Now. Today.
Right now, today.
Next up, we have Backdoor, which features Kendrick Lamar. And once again, I got to say that Playboi Carti does a great job at utilizing his artists, in which we see Kendrick Lamar get into his Luther, Dodger Blue melodic type bag, which is a bag that we don't typically see him do when he's featuring on other songs. But this one, not only does it, it complements well with Playboi Carti's more melodic style. I think both of them made a good choice in how they attacked this song. It's more of a smooth, melodic beat, and both of them attacked it in that same way. I don't think we give Kendrick a lot of credit for that. I think we all know and recognize him as a lyricist, but he could also catch a flow and catch a melody, not like many other rappers like him can do. And I think he does really well. And this song is nothing short of what we know Kendrick to deliver us. Now, next up is the song Toxic. And gotta be honest, this is where the album starts to take a little bit of a dip. Toxic features UK rapper Skepta, and I do feel that he performed very well on the song, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to overcompensate the song's chorus and just Playboi Carti's performance overall. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I love Playboi Carti's vibe, but this song was just a little bit too kindergarten. Like the whole like, what was that all about? What was that? I couldn't get into that. So by the time that Skepta came around, he was giving the energy, but I was kind of just I was already down from the like, you could have scrapped that one, honestly. Like, that it's all right. Also, I told you Playboi Carti is one of the best when it comes to voice switches, and one of his voices is kind of like a Timu version of Future, which he uses on this song here. And I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. What I'm mad at is the chorus. Like, I just can't get into it. And I don't think it's something that Future would do. Future wouldn't go, no, man, no. Give me something different. Come on. Especially if you're going to use the Timu Future. If you're going to use the Timu Future, you got to give me something different. Come on, man. Now, the next song on the album is called MUNYUN. And I ain't mad at it. I mean, it's hype, it's energy. Playboi is able to get in and out of the pocket. He's switching things up. It's not such a draw like Toxic was, but it's definitely hype and in your face. The only thing that I have about it is I guess you can call him DJ that's featured on the song, yelling all over the song, called Swamp Izzo. Now, I don't got a problem with Swamp Izzo, but is this or is this not an album? Is this an album or is this a mixtape? If this was a mixtape, I'm here for Swamp Izzo to be yelling all throughout your song. But if this is an album, it's throwing me off a little bit. It's throwing me off because it's like, I'm not used to that. You know, I'm used to that kind of grittiness being on mixtapes. And maybe that's just me, but this is seeming like more of a mixtape song. And especially if you have 30 songs on here, I really feel like you could have cut down some of those songs and saved them for a mixtape. Maybe you should have just had a mixtape with Swamp Izzo and him yelling on the songs, and then keep some of your more polished songs like the one you have with The Weeknd for your album. But that's just me. Next up, we got Crank. And much like the last song, I'm not mad at it. It's very hype. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot going on. It's a lot of raging going on. I definitely feel it. I can definitely get into the vibe. It seems like Playboi Carti, he kind of took a rest on Toxic and then got his second win, and now he's going back at it. But once again, much like the last song on the album, I can't help but feel like this song should have been saved for a mixtape. It's still a great song with a lot of energy, but it's giving me more mixtape vibes. It had, you're yelling out Swamp, Izzo again. Shout out to him. That dude he's doing what he's doing on that album, but it's not giving me album vibes. You understand? Like, it's 30 songs on here. You could have took at least 10 of them, maybe even half of them, gave people a mixtape to get them waiting for the album, and then back to back, like you hit them with a nice cohesive album. But you decided this is how you want to bring it out, give it to your fans. I still think this is good music, but I just feel like an album should maybe have a theme to it, and I just feel like if you would have gave them some of this in a mixtape, just as like the appetizer, then hit them with a nice cohesive album as the main chorus, you would have been out of here. I mean, you still out of here, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Next up on the album, we got Charge Them Hoes a Fee. More for it. Charge them. I don't give a damn. You're like, what it is. I don't care what it is. Charge them. Overcharge them. Double time. I don't care. Charge them hoes. So, basically on this song, we got the GOAT himself. We got him. For Baron, we got him.
Sensational.
None other, Future himself, which I'm glad because, quite frankly, with all of these Playboi Carti voice switches and him doing Timo Future, I was sitting there thinking, like, what does Future think about all of this? Is he okay with this? Is he okay with dude doing the Future voice? But I'm glad that not only Future is okay with it, it seems like he supports it as he is lending his actual authentic voice to this album. And I gotta tell you, like, nobody does Future like Future. I don't care how many people try to emulate Future. Nobody sounds like Future more than Future. Just don't, bar none. So I'm glad to hear his voice on it, and him pairing up with 808 Mafia. You got 808 Mafia, you got Future, you got Playboi Carti, and you got Travis Scott. It's like a match made in heaven, but it's kind of too good to be true, as none of them perform up to their expectation. Still a solid performance, but I feel like they all kind of phoned it in. I feel like we should have gotten a better performance from them. This should have been the best performance of all. Like, you got these three megas on this track with 808 Mafia, and nothing is really standing out. I expected more from these four gentlemen all put together on a track. This should have been out this world, but it was just another all right track. And again, could have probably been reserved for maybe a mixtape. Next song on the album is one of the most talked about songs on the album, Good Credit, which features Kendrick Lamar, in which he may or may not have taken some shots at Drake. I don't really know, but I know he was skating on that. I know he was shooting on that. Once again, Kendrick shows us his infamous 3-switch. He shows us all different types of varieties, and he just shows us his versatility. The first time he was on this album, he was just, there for the ad-libs and just there for the vibes. Next time, he showed us more of his melodic sounding version of him. And this time, he's back to his lyrical style, in which he's just shooting at whoever. Whoever wanted, he got it for you. Nothing short of amazing from Kendrick yet again, and also an amazing performance from Playboi Carti, who also manages to hold his own as well on this song. I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely gonna be a song that I'm gonna be playing again and again, especially in the gym. It's definitely one of them songs that's gonna get you hyped and get you pumped, and yeah, I mean, it's one of them. Not to mention, we cannot forget the infamous Luka Doncic line that Kendrick drops near the end of his verse. I mean, I don't know whether to thank Kendrick or Joe Budden.
I seen somebody tweet, yo, I know rap fell off. We ain't heard one Luka Doncic trade bar. It's like, holy shit.
We ain't heard
it was
a lot of bars.
That don't happen no more.
We haven't heard no raps.
Look.
But either way, I'm thankful we got it, because that was a bar. Next up on the album, we got I See You, Baby Boy. That's how it's written. Either way, we got another one here. This is another one. Playboi Carti is heating up yet again. He's feeling his rhythm. I told you we was at a downtrend, but it seemed like he's getting his rhythm. He's getting back to it. This one is another catchy flow. It's a catchy beat. He's giving us catchy bars. It's just all around. Like, it's just something that you can just turn on and you could bop to, whether you at home or whether you riding or whether you in the club. I can definitely see it in all different types of places. It's not, it's not too crazy, but it's a nice little light bop that's going to keep you entertained. So, well done. Next up, we got Wake Up Filthy, which features Travis Scott. Now, if you've been keeping up, I'd say Travis Scott is about a 1-to-1 win-to-loss ratio when it comes to features on this album. He hit one out the park and one, well, not so much. So if we're doing best out of 3, I'd say Travis Scott got something to prove. And prove it he did. Because if ever I was to envision a Playboi Carti, Travis Scott song, it would be Wake Up Filthy, which delivers on the dark, synthy, melodramatic tone that I would expect from both of these artists. Not only did they deliver, they exceeded expectations, in which Playboi Carti gives us his nice voice switches that we know and love him for, and Travis Scott gives us his synthy auto-tune voice, which we can be familiar with on such classics like Rodeo and Days After Rodeo. Oh yeah, he took it back there with that type of flow. Even Birds in the Trap sing Brian McKnight, he gave us that type of vibe. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that. And that's what I want from those two working together. Next up, we got Jumpin' featuring Lil Uzi. Now, one of the things I like about this album is that they don't tell you who's featuring on the album. You just listen and you be like, who that? Is that Lil Uzi? Oh, it is. It's Lil Uzi. Like, I knew it was Lil Uzi because he was sliding on that. And I can tell when Lil Uzi get to sliding, this little shoulder right here get the, Don't do that, my nigga. Oh, he did it. He did what he was supposed to do. Him and Playboi Carti together, that's a good matchup right there. That was an unexpected but pleasantly surprising matchup right there. I thoroughly enjoyed that. A little bit too short. I wish it was a little bit longer, but I see the vision. I see that's what we're going to get with this album. So it is what it is. You just make the best of it, all right? Don't do that, my nigga. Oh, yeah. Now, next up is called Trim. Now, Trim features Future, and I'm going to just save you the time on this one. Future went to Super Saiyan on this one. Like, he was cooking.
Sensation.
He was definitely heating up. He was hitting you with rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire. One of the better verses that I've heard from Future in a very long time. Like, I'm talking, he was in his wicked Maybach evil type bag with this one. His flow was immaculate. And Playboi Carti, I mean, when Future gets in that bag, all Playboi Carti could do at that point is just try to hype him up. And that's what he did. He just served to hype up Future, and it was just a great combination. You got Future playing the main. You got Playboi Carti being a hype man. It's just an all-around bop. Like, I could definitely see this in the clubs. I could definitely see people getting lit to this one. This is one of the keepers on this album for sure. All right, now next up, we got Coke Nose. Now, the beat on Coke Nose is definitely a strong beat. Definitely a hard beat, has a lot of potential. Unfortunately, I just feel like Playboi Carti misses the mark on this. He just falls short. It was just a lackluster performance. His performance was lacking. It just is what it is. Especially coming off of the previous song with Future, Trim, just to be followed up by the performance on Coke Nose. It's like the beat is strong, the beat is there, but it feels like Carti just wasn't. For whatever reason, he just decided to give us a more airy type performance on a strong beat. It didn't make sense to me. It just didn't match. Like, I feel like that beat deserves more of a hype performance, something that's going to really get you turned, really going to get you lit. But Playboi Carti just decided to kind of play around with it. And it just didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense overall. So, all right, next up we have We Need All the Vibes. Yes, we need them. Look, I love hearing Ty Dolla $ign. I also love hearing Thug. Like, first of all, I'm glad that Thug is free. I'm glad Thug is home. We need more Thug on these tracks. We need to get him back. We need his flavor, his swaggies. The game's been missing him for sure. But this performance got me wondering, like, maybe he just needs to sharpen up a little bit. I don't know if this is one of his older verses. I don't know if this is like a new verse fresh out of jail. I don't know if this is a verse he made when he was in jail, or maybe he wasn't as inspired. I don't know when he made this verse, but this verse, this performance from Thug just ain't it. Love Thug. Love Thug to death. Need more Slime. But I feel like Slime needs to kind of sharpen up his skills. He's been gone for a long time, and this just wasn't it. It just felt like he wasn't inspired. He wasn't enthused. I wasn't feeling that vintage Thug that I feel like. Thug could get you in the mood. Thug is one of them people that when he sprinkle his little sauce on a song, he gonna give it to you. But this one, it just seemed like he kind of mailed it in. End of the day, it's good hearing Thug on the track. We need to hear more of him. We just need to get him back up to shape. We need to get him back up to, you know, the thugger that we really know he could be. But this one, it ain't it. Sorry. All right, next up we got Olympian. And at this point in the album, it just seems like Playboi Carti kind of hit a rut with the songs. I don't know if it's the sequencing or what, but the last couple songs just ain't been hitting the way I would like them to hit. Normally, the beats would be enough to carry it, or Carti's performance would be enough to carry it, or the feature that he has on the song would be enough to carry it. But this is a solo song with a mediocre beat and a mediocre performance. Just got to be honest. It seemed the beat, first of all, let's start with the beat. The beat sounds like a SoundCloud, Fruity Loops, amateur, early 2000s type beat. Like, it's just, what is this? What is this beat here? Then you got Playboi Carti, who just seems unenthused. Like somebody just told him to make something out this beat real quick. Just do it. Just do it. I don't care. We need another song on the album. And he just got in there and he did it. I mean, he did the best that he could do with the beat. But if you're going to put it on an album, do you really need to use that beat? Do you need to put it on an album? Again, this is one of them songs it could have done much better on a mixtape. Next up, we have OPM BABI. And is this a joke?
Yeah.
Like honestly, what is this song here? This is not a song. This is just a mess. It's a mess of a song. Why is this on an album? Why is this on an album? I wouldn't even want this on a mixtape. I feel like you were joking and you were trying to see just how much your fans would like your music if you just put out some crap. Like, this is worse than Kanye doing the poopity-scoopity. This is just a mess. I'm pretty sure this song is going to be on a meme somewhere, some way in the near future. This song is going to be the template to all types of crazy, like, brain rot memes. Because it's brain rot rap at this point. Like I like Playboi Carti, but listening to this song, I'm confused. OPM BABI? What? People are getting hyped to this? Is this a genre that maybe I don't understand it. Maybe this is going above my head, but and then the random gunshots. Why? What,
I'm a dope fiend.
The gunshots and the bass is louder than your voice. And your DJ, the gunshots, the bass, and the DJ is louder than your voice. You are literally in the background of gunshots on a song that only you are on.
Hey.
This is definitely the worst song on the album. This is a mess. If people are bumping this, let me know. Let me know in the comments that this is it, that this is lit. Because if it is, then I need to reevaluate what music is. Because what is this? What is it? What is this? No, seriously, this got me mad. This track got me mad. Listening to this track got me mad. Maybe that's the goal. Maybe that's the goal at your parties, because I know you like to get people to rage. This one definitely gonna have me wanting to fight a mother. I'm being honest. This definitely gonna have me wanting to punch somebody in the face. And if I get in the mosh pit, everybody going down. Now next up we got Twin Trim. And let me just say this is both a surprise and a relief, as we got Mr. Lovish Rage himself doing a little bit of a solo on Playboi Carti's album. Now I'll be the first to tell you that I was a little bit surprised when I just heard Lil Uzi Vert on this song, but at 30 songs, I ain't too mad at it. Now, granted, the only thing I am mad about is the fact that it's only 1 minute and 34 minutes long, and Lil Uzi Vert doesn't come in until like halfway through the 1 minute and 34 minutes. But still, he delivers. He delivers. And it definitely serves as a refreshing pick-me-up from the last song, OPM BABI, if I could call it a song. I'm just glad that we got a little bit of pick-me-up, and it's looking like we back in the game, hopefully. Next up, we got Like WEEZY. Man, get this Happy Meal ass song up out of here, man. What the hell is this about? And why is it like WEEZY? I don't hear no damn WEEZY.
I'm a dope fiend.
Look, I ain't mad at the song. It's just randomly joyful. Okay, and whenever I hear randomly joyful songs, especially from a person that ain't randomly joyful, I get mighty suspicious. If you remember, Dirk released that little My Life song with J. Cole, and then right after that, he went to jail. So just let us know right now, is you going to jail, huh? Is you trying to make amends for all the things you're doing by releasing this happy-ass song, huh? Don't get me wrong, you definitely skated on this, but the beat just throwing me off, bro. It's just throwing me like, who and why the kids in the background saying what? Never in my life have I been more confused and yet intrigued. Next up is This One Got It. And the only thing this one got is his best version of Temu Future. That's right, Temu Future is back, y'all. And this time he's giving us Temu Mask Off. And I ain't gonna lie, it hit a little bit, just a little bit. Miley, Perky, happy Miley, Perky, happy Is it invincible or invisible? Either way, you gonna feel like you on something with this one. You definitely gonna feel something or feel like you on something trying to understand exactly what Playboi Carti is saying. So I don't know if he took something or he want us to take something. But either way, something's gonna have to be done to kind of decipher what exactly Playboi Carti is saying in this song. But besides that, it definitely do slap a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. It definitely puts you in the mood, especially if you like Mask Off. You gonna like this one. You definitely gonna like this one. If you like them type of pharmaceutical products, this get you there. This definitely get you there. Next up, we got Walk. In a nutshell, it's Temu Future and Temu Same Damn Time. And listen, don't mistake this as me trying to play Playboi Carti or play Temu. I like Temu. I also like Playboi Carti.
I'm a dope
Listen,
fiend.
Temu gets the job done. Temu will get the job done. I've ordered a lot of things from Temu, and Temu definitely gets the job done. So does Playboi Carti. But is Temu up to the same quality as the things that it's comparing its counterpart is? A lot of times not. Is this song the same quality as Same Damn Time? No. But it gets the job done. It'll definitely put you in that mood and that vibe. And if you want to add this to your playlist that you have Same Damn Time, I'm sure it'll be a good opener for Same Damn Time, but it ain't Same Damn Time. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's close, but not quite. Next up is HBA. And, you know, it's another vibe. It's another bop. It's something that you can play, drive into the car, go from point A to point B. But that's about it. I mean, it's nothing that really stands out about this song. I can definitely see why they put it in the later segment of this album. We're almost near the end of this album, and this just doesn't really stand out. Again, like, this just feels like you just had a whole bunch of songs building up in your laptop, and you just say, you know what? Label said I owe my album. Just give them that. It didn't need to be 30 songs, but I digress. Moving on. Next up, we got Overly, and I can only guess he's calling it Overly because he's overly relying on Temu Future to bail him out again.
Sensational.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like his Temu Future. I think it's dope. I think it's as close to Future. It's definitely a vibe, and anytime he gets on a song and he does that, I'm lit. I don't mind it at all, but it's becoming repetitive. It's becoming repetitive, and it's like, I feel like we know that that's definitely a favorite of his and probably a favorite of fans. But I feel like he's heavily relying on it too much. Like, do something else. Or it's a better idea, don't have 30 songs. That way things won't get repetitive. And finally, we have South Atlanta Baby. Now, I'll admit, I like the idea of having a choir at the end of your song. It kind of sticks to the roots of the whole Atlanta, the Southern roots, being in the church and, you know, taking them to church, doing the gospel. I like that idea of it. I wish he would have stuck more to that. Unfortunately, it seems like the choir voice is kind of like somewhere in the background, and it's left as sort of like an ad-lib to the song, and the DJ and Playboi Carti are kind of overpowering it with the things that they're talking about. And I just feel like overall, it could have been a great idea, but it was a poor execution. This is not the way that I would have liked this album to end. I like a strong beginning and a strong ending, and sadly, I feel like I didn't get that. I feel like things could have been arranged a little bit better, to be honest. And yeah, South Atlanta Baby, another decent song, but you probably could have left that for a mixtape. You know, putting that out there yet again. Now, overall, I do not think this is a bad project, but rather a incohesive project. I feel like although it's a decent project with a lot of heavy-hitting features, it loses its way every once in a while. And I feel like a more concise project would probably help that. I also feel like Playboi Carti loses his way a little bit too. Some of these songs, he comes off a bit unenthused. If that's the case, then maybe trimming some of these songs would help more ways than one. For this reason, I cannot put this album into the great album territory. It has a lot of great runs or a lot of great moments, but there's just so many filler songs that it kind of loses its momentum. On the bright side, I am glad that he did treat his fans to a lot of music this time around, especially because he's been gone for so long. But on the other hand, I can't help but think that he cheated his fans out of a potential great or classic album if there wasn't so much fluff. So for this reason, I'm giving this album, out of 100, 76. But how do you feel about the album? You think it's fire? Is it trash? Is it just mid or straight? Leave it in the comment section. Love to hear from you, especially about that OPM Baby. Like, are y'all feeling how I'm feeling about that OPM Baby, or am I just not seeing the vision? Let me know how you feel. Matter of fact, if you're really rocking with OPM Baby, leave it in the comment section. Leave it in the comment section. Come on, let's discuss. Change my mind. I'd really like to hear from you, because as far as right now goes, that song is a no for me, dog.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Just being honest. But in any case, this has been another edition of According to Lamar. Please like, share, and subscribe. And like always, I know there's a lot of reasons to feel stressed right now, but I hope you find the things that make you feel blessed right now. Once again, my name is Lamar, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.